Hi guys, and welcome to another episode. This is the final episode of the Domain of Anguish, and by extension the final episode I'll be doing in the Eye of the North. I am aware that there's a couple of things I said I was going to do that I haven't, like for instance the mines with the Master of Whispers. Now if you guys really do want to see that, I will definitely upload that, but something kind of tells me a lot of you are a little bit sick of Nightfall at the moment. You just want to move on to Eye of the North, so do let me know about that. But anyway, yeah, this is the final episode. We're about to assault the Ebony Citadel of Malick, so yeah, I guess that's all there is to say, really. I'll hand you over to my past self, and we'll see how we go. Enjoy. Okay, so we're ready, alright. We have defeated all the Lords of Anguish and are ready to face Malick the Unyielding. You have done well to defeat the 4 Lords of Anguish, but to face Malick, I must perform an opening ritual to force open the gates to his citadel. When you're ready, we will meet just outside. Pray that the gods are with us. So here we go, the Ebony Citadel of Malick, the final part to the Domain of Anguish. And we're in this courtyard. We only get a short amount of time, so I'm going to buff all my stuff up first. Drink from the tonic. I'm going to try and be as quickly as possible here. Let everyone drink from that. In the meantime, the High Priest Malick says, I'm beginning the ritual to open the gates to Malick the Unyielding. Hold off any attackers until I am finished. So this is where we're going to be defending. Lots of things are going to be charging at us. And just there's going to be all kinds of chaos. So we just got to really kind of try and focus. Hopefully everybody's alright. And yeah, I mean, this mission comes in 2 stages pretty much. First is defend against everything you've been encountered before this happens. So pretty much everything in the domain will be running at us. And this is pretty crazy. We're all trying to turn into Margonites. There we go. Okay, so now we can focus on the fight. Okay, so High Priest Malick almost missed it there. He says, "Stand fast. I need more time to complete the ritual." Yeah, like this fight just goes on and on and on and on. And to be honest with you, it's not really that difficult anymore. It used to be. I mean, it used to be very, very difficult, and people would just get completely overwhelmed by the various types of enemies that they were fighting. Obviously, in the earlier areas of Domain of Anguish, you have the choice. You can create a specific team build that can handle one area really well, leave, and then try a different area, but here you don't have that choice. You have to fight every single type of enemy that the Domain of Anguish has ever thrown at you all at the same time, which really kind of... Oh, I got black dye! Oh, hell yeah. Wow, cool. And I thought I wasn't being very lucky. But there we go. I think that's the second one I've got on that, actually, isn't it? I think it's definitely only the second I've got on the whole Let's Play. But yeah, there we go. Whoa, 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 what is this, you might be asking? Right, well, I decided since the fight leading up to the Ebony Citadel is just very long and very boring, and there's nothing really left for me to talk about since we're just seeing all the enemies we'd already seen, I figured I'd film the reward stuff and we could show it sort of at the same time, so you can continue to watch our progress in one of the corners of the screen. I haven't decided which yet, but I will be showing you what the rewards are exactly in the Domain of Anguish. So this is an elite area, which means you can get cool items and stuff from it, which is why people continue to come back here to this day. And pretty much there are 4 different things you can get rewards from. There are 3 NPCs here. The first one is hero armor. As you go through the Domain of Anguish, you have a random chance of getting what are called primeval armor remnants put directly into your inventory, and these let you upgrade any of the heroes entirely in all of Nightfall. So while before we may have had Dunkora, and do you remember we upgraded his armor when we did that challenge mission all that time ago? Well, we can also upgrade it if we wanted with primeval armor, so all heroes in Nightfall have 2 sets of armor they can choose from. I've loaded all the heroes in my party whose armor I haven't actually upgraded, and we'll speak to this guy, and he says, if you recover a set of primeval armor remnants from the demons, I will upgrade the armor belonging to one of your heroes. Whose armor would you like to change? And we can pick whose armor we want to do, so I'll quickly do that. Alright, there we go. So now we look, everybody looks pretty cool. I love Norgu's upgraded armor. There's the Master of Whispers now, Acolyte Jin, Elias. I know some of these heroes you haven't really seen enough to appreciate how different they look now. Obviously you can tell that Zen Knight looks pretty cool now. This is new Raza and new General Morgan. So there we go. This is the first type of reward people can get. Of course, if you upgrade your hero's armor, you can then go and put them in the Hall of Monuments. The second type of reward people can get, which is really the main one, is if you recover 15 of all of these types of gems. Do you you remember when the chests were spawning and that Spirit of Truth was there who I spoke to outside the city of Torka? If you speak to her and give her 15 of each of the type of gems, so 15 Torment, 15 Marganite, 15 Titan, and 15 Stygian. So this is quite a lot, so you've got to do a couple of runs to get all those. She'll then give you this thing here called an Arm Brace of Truth. And if we speak to this man here, the Deacon of Whispers, he says that he's got these weapons which were recovered from the Marganites, but I'm afraid their influence began warping the weapons into unnatural forms and corrupting the very steel from which they were forged. I desire to see them turned against those that sought to use them, but these weapons will be dangerous in the hands of those unable to control the power within. I cannot hand them over to just any Lightbringer. If you bring me an Armor Brace of Truth from within these realms, I will know that you have found one of my fallen brethren and have earned their trust through your deeds. So my original idea was we would all go through Domain of Anguish as Marganites, wielding the weapons that the Marganites forged, tormented weapons, but because you need so many gems, these tend to be quite expensive. These, again, you can put in the Hall of Monuments for Guild Wars 2 rewards. So yeah, these are just very, very expensive, and that kind of part of my plan did fall through. Now, I could get Matt a scythe, but I actually quite like his current scythe. So honestly, I'm not really sure what I want to get. I'm kind of tempted to get Peter something, but I quite like his Deljamore set as well. And Tom's got those, and Tom's got Shiro's blades, so maybe I shouldn't get some tormented daggers. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just get Peter a shield. I love the shield. Lots of people love tormented shields. So I'll just get one of these to show you. Let's get a, I don't know, a strength one, which we'll give to Peter sometime in the near future. And yeah, they're just very shiny, very cool. Lots of people like these. I've never actually had one, so this is quite cool for me. I can go put this in my haul. So yeah, that's a whole set of Torment weapons. This is the main reward, essentially. There's also another reward, and this is a bit of a gamble. And this is really fun, despite the fact it has always fucked me over, okay? So this is the Keeper of Whispers. He says, the Order of Whispers rewards those who fight valiantly against demons within this realm. If you can show me proof of your deeds by bringing me one of each of the 4 gemstones that are found in the region through the nearby portals, then I will reward you with a Coffer of Whispers. So if you give him just one of each type, he'll give you these things called coffers. Okay, and I've got 5 of each type here, so we'll get 5 coffers. Now, coffers, what you've got to do is when you've got a coffer, you can double click it and you'll get a random reward. And the best reward you can get out of a Coffer of Whispers is a miniature Malick the Unyielding. So the big boss you can currently see me going into fight, you can actually get a miniature version of him. I've opened countless coffers. I must have opened, honest to God, about 100 coffers, which has been a massive waste of money, might I add, and never got myself a Malick ever. I've always just got useless other stuff. So I'm going to open these 5 on film, and wouldn't it be perfect if I managed to get one? But here we go. I really doubt I will. So there's one. Alright, so we got 5 Elixirs of Valor, which are just a really good way to get morale. We got 5 Titan Gemstones. We got 5 Scrolls of the Lightbringer, which are very rare scrolls. 10 minutes, you get triple experience. They can actually sell for a reasonable amount. I got some more Titan Gemstones and some more Scrolls of the Lightbringer. So, I mean, if you guys feel like playing a bit of a lottery, I guess, go for the coffers. They're pretty fun, I guess, if you know, you don't mind losing a lot of money. But the best reward you can get from that is Malick the Unyielding, which, again, you can then dedicate in your Hall of Monuments. So that's the rewards here. I think by now we should be about to get inside the Citadel, so I'll hand you back over to my past self. Okay, so here we go. Now the gate is open. You can see it open in there, and we're going to get a cutscene. Most people cut this cutscene straight away. Strike down Malick the Unyielding, and the Forgotten shall once again be in the caretakers of this realm. So this is it. This is the end of all things, really. Malick says, enter and face Malick the Unyielding. Come, face your doom. Now, most people exploit a glitch here. When we walk to the door, it's going to trigger a cutscene. And if you skip the cutscene quick enough, it can let you fight Malick outside of his Citadel, which is significantly easier, because inside there are some spirits which completely mess up our team. I, however, want to show you the whole cutscene, so I'm going to be really nice and try and kill him inside, which is really, really, really hard. So we're going to have to deal with all the spirits very quickly, so we've kind of all planned it out. Hopefully it will go okay. So yeah, here we go. Good luck, I guess. Good luck to us all. Let's try it. So here's Zelix slithering his way forward, and this is a room not many people fight in, so let's see what we can do. Malick is in here, you can see him in the distance, and here's the cutscene many people have never seen. Oh, we look so amazing as Marganites coming in there like that. There we go, very short little cutscene. But here we go, so Malick is going to fight us. Get your spirit targets ready. And we're going to run in and try and take out the spirits. So each of these spirits represents an effect that if you play... Oh, he says, "This is my realm. Cormyr shall never rule here." And look at him. Yes, he's a giant monkey. Now you shall witness true ultimate power. So you see these shrouded souls? All of these represent different effects which you can experience when you're in the Domain of Anguish if you play in hard mode. Domain of Anguish was in fact one of the first areas... oh, why have two of them not actually done their spirits? We should be okay as long as we kill the spirits, kill the spirits, kill the spirits. Sorry, there's a lot going on here that I really need to watch out for. Okay, so the spirits are dead. So yeah, the Domain of Anguish was really one of the first places in the game that had different stuff happening depending on whether you were in hard mode or in normal mode. And as a result, if you try and do Domain of Anguish in hard mode, you get a lot more... drops and stuff from the chests, but each area also has its own individual effect, similar to how the earlier things in the Realm of Torment, if you remember those, also had their own effects. Oh Jesus, what was that? Okay, so there's some portals, right, so he summoned some portals and he sent a load of Margonites in to help him out, so we need to fight the Margonites now. God, I'm finding it so hard to speak. So yeah, these effects, and all of these effects will be on you at the exact same time in this room unless you deal with the spirits, which I think is pretty awesome little mechanic actually. Gonna go kill this one, this listless soul. Free me from these chains, he screams. So yeah. Oh, I got a blazing wing wand. When you bring Malick down to specific thresholds of health, he looks awesome by the way, doesn't he? He sends Margonites in at you, but once you've killed the Margonites, you should be perfectly fine. Here he is. He was actually nerfed a while ago. For a very long time, he was undoubtedly the most difficult, without question, thing in the entire game to kill. He was just unbelievably difficult to kill. But after people, like barely anyone in the whole game could ever kill him, they seem to just have decided, oh, okay, right, well, we'll nerf him. So now he's still very hard if you don't use the right skills. He's got a lot of skills, like if you try and hex him or put conditions on him, he'll heal himself from them and all kinds of things. If you use enchantments, he'll strip them from you and start disabling everyone's skills and all kinds of nasty things. Okay, so he's sending a load more guys, this time torment demons, which we need to take out. It's actually going much better than I thought it was going to. I've never actually killed him inside this room, so yeah, this is all new for me. As I'm sure if you're watching this, even if you played, many people do the glitch. Most people think it's crazy to actually come into the room to take him out. You do need specific skills. What I'm using here is called Gaze of Fury, which I'm using to take out the spirits very quickly. There's another one that's popped up. Malick does slowly bring them back to life, but we should be fine. There we go, they're all dead. Oh, there's another shrouded soul. I'm going to try and interrupt it. Look at how big Malick is. Get out of the way, you stupid monkey. Oh, and he's dead. There we go. He's fallen down. There we go. He's out. Look at him. Huge, huge thing. You can get him as a mini pet if you're lucky for a reward here at the Domain of Anguish. Not for killing him, but another thing which I'll show you in a minute. But yeah, so he's dead, and you get a Citadel chest, which will give you one of his... greens. He's got many, many, many greens. Some of them have unique skins, in fact. I think one of the Mesmer ones has a unique skin. I got a spear. It's a pretty cool spear. So yeah, that was... there we go. That actually went way better than I thought. That was the Domain of Anguish. We can go back out and speak to High Priest Alex to cash in our reward. And he says, well done, Matt. The reign of Malick the Unyielding is over at last. Cormyr may now ascend and freely take her place as the goddess of truth. The forgotten are forever in your debt. We shall remember your valiant deeds for ages to come. There is still much work required to repair this tormented realm, but for now, let us celebrate this momentous occasion. And this is actually kind of goodbye to the Forgotten. So far, there's been no information, even slightly, about anything to do with the Forgotten at all in Guild Wars 2. We know that they're a dying race. They may not be in Guild Wars 2. So yeah, I mean, apart from fleeting glimpses at them in Guild Wars 2, we may never really see these guys again. So, I mean, they're definitely not in Eye of the North. So, yeah, that was kind of the story of the Forgotten. And yeah, this was the Domain of Anguish. I hope you guys enjoyed it very much. I really, really liked the Domain of Anguish. I still do. I don't come here that much anymore. But yeah, my throat is hoarse. We've been playing, what, 3.5 hours now, maybe, and I've pretty much talked the entire way through it. So, from me, and thank you very much to everyone if you're watching this, everyone who came on the run. You guys were brilliant. It went really, really well. So yeah, so from me and everyone else, goodbye. I would do slash wave, but there's not a slash wave emote for the Marganite. So there we go. Yeah, shame I can't wave. Oh well, there we go. Thanks very much, guys. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I will see you next time for Eye of the North. See you later.